So yeah, conclusion. Oh my god, the steering wheel doesn't. It's like it's made out of silly putty. I can twist the steering wheel back and forth. So enclosed, here is my review of the, I think it's 1998, I guess, Ford Mondeo. So my MG's in the garage at the moment. To say that I was surprised by this car when first starting would be an understatement. It is a testament to engineering, the finest quality you could find in probably downtown India, I guess. Nowhere to start. I mean, there's just too much stuff to really talk about, so I guess I'll start with whatever. Yeah, so the steering, it has steering. That's always a good thing. It's quite reliable in a car when you know you can turn corners. Although turning corners is a bit of an ambiguous term for this car. Doesn't so much as turn as kind of you infer that you want to turn, and then if the suspension decides it wants to turn, then so be it. And the body roll of this is like, I mean, if you ever wanted positive camber on your car, by God, this car is good for that. It's go around the corner, and then whatever type of suspension this has got, it just decides to just collapse on you. The steering wheel feels like it's upside down. Maybe that's because I'm used to the MG one, but it feels like I've got the steering wheel on the wrong way around, and it's just going. Oh God, I'm trying to keep in a straight line here, and it's just not happening. The switches, I'll show you. Just look at these switches. Look at them. They imply that something turns on, and you're not quite sure what. And it's only when you realise that there's a little thingy next to it that you think, oh, well, that's probably what it's for. But initially, it's just like a glowing orange light. I mean, does that turn on the self-destruct system? Does that turn on the hazard lights? I don't know. Again, the petrol gauge is kind of more of an inference of what's in the tank than an actual register. Again, that's not a problem for me because I've been driving Rovers for years. I'm used to that. Depending on what time of day it is, the petrol gauge can go up, down, or turn off completely. Wing mirrors, we've got wing mirrors. They're kind of about the size of a postcard. Not electric, of course, because electricity hasn't been invented yet when they made this car. They were still running on cogs and steam. So here's my favourite, is the boot locking mechanism that isn't actually in the boot door itself so much as on the side of the car, which is always nice for aesthetics. I'm sure you will love to have a nice car, nice boot lock on the side of your indicator door. That's a good place. As I'm about to show you, the gear stick goes from left to right, and it's kind of not so much a standard H pattern as a zigzag pattern that kind of decides which I don't know, is it like an Escher gearbox? I'm pushing it to the right to go up, and it decides it's going to go into, I don't know, one of the gears, but then I have to shift down, I have to pull it, not down, but sideways, literally, like it's kind of, the gear stick is actually at an angle, showing me that it's fucked up. With regards to features, there's quite a lot, it's luxurious. For Ford Mondeo, the air vents have got nice big holes in them. One interesting fact is I'm actually finding that my pants are slowly being pulled down. That's not mainly because I'm not wearing a belt, I am wearing a belt, but actually because these Velcro-like seats are just, every time I shuffle, it moves my jeans down a bit, and I can't pull them back up again because all the fabric that's on here is literally just pulling me back in the seat. The radio has a tape deck with Dolby surround. Is it Dolby stereo? Sorry, we didn't have surround sound. The tapes to be. They barely got over the fact that they can have 2 speakers in the system. And we've got to slow down. Let's test the brakes. Yep, the brakes work. Always a good thing to know. Probably before you go onto the road. It doesn't feel like anything. I mean, the torque is about. With the MG, you're getting the torque pretty much from the get-go. With this car, you're pretty much waiting until you get up to about 3,500 revs, and then you decide that, yes, this car will go forward. The clutch is alright. I mean, the accelerator pedal. Oh, let me tell you about the accelerator pedal. This car is the Scalextrics of Ford Mondeos. You've got pretty much 3 positions. There's off, there's medium, and then there's high. And that's about it, really. You don't get any in-betweens. I don't think they fitted a resistor so much as a relay switch that just told the engine it was on. The coolant gauge doesn't work, so right now I've probably got head gasket failure and don't even realise it. I'd say there's probably steam coming out the engine, but I don't even know if this car's got coolant in it. Brakes, the brakes kind of work. There's a bit of brake binds for a car that's probably about 100 years old. I mean, if this dash was any more plastic grey, I think I'd be kind of in a Duplo car or something. And let me tell you about the air vents. Yes. Okay, so this is a rather novel concept of this car. First of all, we've got these wing vents things. So this has got electric windows that they've managed to install. Again, if you look at it, it's kind of not quite self-apparent which window's which straight away. Again, that's probably just a learning curve. I tend to just, you know, there's no down by my left-hand side. There's nothing. There's a pen holder. Oh my fucking god! They put a pen holder in. That's genius. What? No wonder this car's a piece of shit. They put all their R&D into making ergonomics like that. This is who the fuck? Seriously. If you want a car and you're driving along, you want to write some notes down. Not when you're driving along, but you know, when you're parked up, because I don't do that. But you know, you need to write a number down or an address. You need a pen. And you know, in a standard car, where the hell are you going to keep it? It slides around in the glove box or the cigarette lighter tray. I usually keep mine up by the wing mirror. I usually keep mine up by the flappy thing, called the thing that, what's it called? Sun visor. That's it. The thing with the glowy thing in the sky that stops you getting blinded. They've put a pen holder here. That's brilliant. That is worth the price of probably 50 quid alone for this car. It's probably going to cost me. Oh, they actually work. Just tested electric windows. It has a sunroof, although you probably need to crank it with several slave miners for about 5 minutes to the beat of a drum to get it open. Like, work harder, men. We'll get that sunroof open. The dials on the car itself are self-explanatory. I'll leave it at that, really. There's not much else to say about them. They go from 0 to a high number. They've got this little thing up here for coins, I guess. That's quite a good idea. It's not a bad idea, actually, because they've not got anything in the actual ashtray thingy area where the handbrake is. Oh, you've got your little flippy thing. But there you go. Hey! That goes up and down. Yes, the speakers, interestingly enough, seem to occupy about half the driver's door. I don't know why that is. I mean, with electricity not yet being invented, why you think you could need speakers in this car? I mean, they look about 8 inches big. There's enough room in there for at least, well, I wouldn't say a can of Coke because that wouldn't really fit. A can of Umbungo. You get a couple of cartons of Umbungo in there. That's worthwhile. The lack of leather interior is expected. I think they probably had to use all their leather just to make the engine, I think. The interior light does work. Although quite how, I don't know. Maybe it's gas power, probably. The bizarre thing is, with these boot switches and for your petrol flap switches, it's like you pull it up to go to the petrol cap and you push it down to pop the boot. But when I've done it, it does both, like at the same time. None of the light switches work. All the switches aren't on the dash. They're on the, you know, down by your knees. There are lights on here. I haven't actually tested to see if they work, but the indicators, I've got like micro penis syndrome, and I think if they were any smaller, they might as well have just put buttons on it. In conclusion, shit. People talk about 4 cars being reliable, but Jesus Christ. Would you honestly want to own one of these in comparison to a Rover? I mean, I don't like Rovers in their styling generally. I prefer the MG stuff a bit more. And even that's kind of, you know, you're expecting basic styling, but this is like, if you could actually get laid in this car, you'd probably be having to pay for it to begin with. And even then, they'd give you your money back just so that they could get out of the car. I think this is a car for the elderly, probably. Although, this is probably where the elderly get their reputation for being bad drivers from. They're not bad drivers, they're just driving these cars. So, in conclusion, buy anything else but this. Dear God, buy a Kia, for God's sake.